Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Today's meditation and song is called Welcome In. And it's just a heart focused meditation on finding a little bit of stillness and finding the ability to welcome in the good and the happy and the calm and things that we want to just gather into our lives as best we can. So I invite you to find a nice, comfortable seated position. You can sit in your favorite chair, much like this. This is my favorite orange chair. So feel free to find your way onto the ground or a recliner or your office chair. If you're doing this in your office chair, that's okay. I encourage and welcome that. But wherever you've landed, either feet on the floor or if you want to tuck them underneath you, coming into what's called Sukhasana with ankles crossed. It's called comfortable seated pose, but it's not always comfortable for everybody, right? So find your way into a seated position. And eyes can be open. I always encourage eyes open maybe for a moment to just kind of take in your surroundings and what's around you. And then drop the gaze down to the floor. Let the hands rest on top of the legs. Little movement in the shoulders, just a little shimmy, a little roll back and down. And then as the gaze drops to the floor, think about lifting the chin just a couple centimeters and then gently close the eyes here. And as always, with almost any meditation that I lead, I start with the breath. And you don't have to breathe in and out through the nose. In fact, feel free to start to breathe in through the nose and just let that breath kind of whisper out the mouth. Feel free to add a little shift in the head side to side so the neck relaxes. You can let the fingers turn up and face the skies, almost like you're gently holding a tennis ball in your hand. So hold that tennis ball enough that it won't roll away, but not so much that it could be plucked right out of the center of your hand. So with those fingers kind of pointing upward, notice that space in the middle of each hand and the heart, that little triangle that you make. Start to focus on the breath becoming longer, letting that breath settle down into the belly. That rise and fall, rise and fall. By noticing your breath, it naturally slows down. See if it's tricky to really focus on the breath. Depending on where you are, you might be able to hear outside sounds. Just start to picture those sounds as falling into the background, like they're a part of your practice. They're the background music, the soundtrack to what you're doing right now, which is focusing on the rise and fall of the breath. Bring that awareness to the center of the hands and the heart once again. Start to feel the parts of the body that are touching the chair beneath you. If your feet are on the floor, recognize that the feet are touching the earth beneath you. If you can start to breathe in and out through the nose, go ahead and do that. See if the fingers are starting to tense up. Give them a little wiggle, a little glimmer. Let them relax again. And then see if you can find a place where the heart feels a little more open, almost like it's reaching forward slightly. Not so much that there's any kind of strain or effort being made. Maybe just notice the front of the heart right in front of you. Might help to tug the elbows back a little closer to the body. If you're in a chair where you can lean back against the back of the chair. But start to let that heart, imagine that heart has the ability to reach out into the space in front of you and side to side, out past the line of the shoulders. So settling the body onto the earth, the chair, or the ground, heart reaching out in front of you and to the sides. See if the head can feel a little bit lighter, almost as if a gentle breeze could move it side to side. We let the eyebrows relax. We let the jaw unclench. And we start to imagine that anything we don't need, any of those distractions, are just kind of floating up and away from us through the fingertips. So with the fingers pointed up like this. You don't have to think of anything specific that's distracting you. But if you do have something that's really been on your mind lately, feel free to ponder that and just set it to the side. So either letting those things we don't need venture up and out through the fingertips, or imagine that you're pushing them aside, really making the choice to be right here, right now, with this open heart. Taking your left hand, start to make the motion like you're pushing something to the side very gently. It's a very small motion. It's almost like you're just waving your hand in front of the left knee. Those right fingers can still face upward. So left hand pushes to the side. Either think to yourself or you can even say out loud, I'm setting aside what I don't need. I'm setting aside what I don't need. Just keep taking that left hand and kind of pressing it out to the side. Stay with the breath. If you've lost track of the breath, bring it back. A few more times, taking the left hand, just pressing it to the side. What's beautiful is you don't have to think of anything specific. So once again, it's just letting your body naturally release. So I don't need that distraction. I don't need to replay that conversation. I don't need to worry about fixing something that has already happened. Take just 2 or 3 more motions of that left hand. Imagine that you're pushing, so feel that little bit of resistance, just like the brain gives resistance to letting things go. And then set the left hand back on top of the lap. Let those fingers point upward. So set it on top of the leg, excuse me. And then we're going to take that right hand and we're going to start to just wave towards the heart, kind of like someone would show you to your seat or wave you down a couple aisles, right this way, right this way. If you wanted to wave the hand towards you and even just tap the fingers on the heart, just wave towards you. Continue this motion, just waving towards you, right into the heart. You might start to feel that heart expanding in all directions. And then start to imagine some words or thoughts affiliated with good or joy. I welcome in joy. I welcome in peace. Relax the face, relax the left hand. I welcome in happiness. If you have something specific that you're trying to draw towards you, imagine that each time that hand ventures away from you, right there in the palm is what you want, what you need, and you're pulling it towards you. If you don't have anything specific, that's okay. Just keep repeating those words that come to mind. I want to welcome in more joy. I want to welcome in more peace. I want to welcome in more balance. You can start with lots of different words, maybe lots of different things. And then I do invite you to just pick a couple. Pick one or two that you can alternate. I welcome in joy. I must be stuck on joy today. Welcome in. Welcome in. A few more times with the hand moving in this manner, tapping the center of the heart. Maybe you're welcoming in new opportunities. You're welcoming in a new job. You're welcoming in. What are you welcoming in today? Stillness? That's a tricky one. Welcome, welcome. On this next welcome in, take the hand and just rest the fingers on the heart for a few breaths. Notice how the brain felt when it was solely focused on welcoming in good things after setting aside distractions and things you didn't need. Take a few breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. You can release your hand back on top of the right leg. Go ahead and flip the hands over so the hands are now on the legs and the only thing open to the air around you is that heart. You can picture the hand continuing to usher into the heart what you want and what you need. Again, feel free not to muddle it with too many things. Just one or two is just fine. Lengthen the breath if you'd like to picture the word of what you're welcoming in, settling at the heart. Deep breaths in and out through the nose for just a few more moments. Continuing to picture the hand waving in front of the heart and drawing close all you want and all you need.
The mind will start to wander away from you, and you can just keep bringing it back again and again and again, as many times as you need. And if you can, stay in stillness, find that rhythm of welcome in. Welcome. welcome in. Welcome, 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 forgiveness, welcome, peace, welcome, no expectations, welcome, just what you need. Welcome, 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 welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome in. Welcome, 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 welcome in.
Feel free to stay in stillness as long as you would like, or start to deepen the breath again and just become aware of the space around you. Maybe you can hear some sounds around you. Feel free to flutter the eyes open and come back into wherever you're at, wherever you've landed yourself at. Always take a moment to notice how you feel because there's never a wrong answer to that. Feel free to take your hands and place them on your heart and remind yourself that if this is the only time you take for yourself today or this week, it is more than enough. If you'd like to just recreate this feeling or listen to the song on its own, the song is recorded, just the song, no meditation included, and you can listen to that at any time in the original songs section of my channel. I thank you so, so much, and I will see you next time.